What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today we are looking at the results of last week's bomb art challenge, where I challenged you fans of the channel to build art using bombs as your primary building method, or artistic drawing method, whatever kind of style that you decided to use the bombs with. So that could be like carving, it could be other things, as we will see. So we have had over 40 submissions for this, and I've narrowed it down to my top 15. And so the ones that I've eliminated were eliminated for various reasons. Some of the reasons were either they didn't really live up to the spirit of the challenge, where the bombs were supposed to be a core part of creating the art, or they lacked any type of consistency or readability, where I couldn't really tell what was supposed to be happening. But I did try every single creation that didn't seem to work the first try. I tried multiple times facing in different directions, because what I found out is that the inconsistency in the bomb penetration isn't due to the rotation of the bombs themselves. It's actually due to the rotation of the wall that you attach the bombs to. So if your wall is facing in this direction versus facing in this direction, there may be a different penetration factor for the bombs. It might be 1 layers or 2 layers for the small bombs. That's because the origin of the bomb explosion is, when it comes to these small canisters, is a corner, I think, away from the sun. So this corner right here, this corner right here, this corner right here. So no matter what direction you have this rotated, the explosion originates from one single corner, and then that affects whether or not it penetrates 1 or 2 layers. So I did try to rotate all of the creations in different ways and try them multiple times. And if I couldn't get any level of consistency, then I just moved on to the next one. But it took me over an hour to get through them all. So let's get into the bomb art. All right, so we got 2 similar style ones here. This one over here is by Scrappy. So we're gonna look at this one first. So now both of these kind of use my logo as the art design. So let's take a look at what they do. I figured I'd group them together since they're kind of like the same type of artistic subject. So this one takes a little bit, and there we go. So what I liked about this one is that, yes, the bombs do reveal the SM here, but the way that it's exploded into the wood kind of has a gear type feel to it. So I like that it used that kind of carving method to create the gear on the outside of the logo. And then this one over here is by Crazy Cat. So we're just gonna go ahead and shoot one of the canisters and watch it reveal. So this is similar to what I did with my example art, where we have a couple layers of just different colors, and then the different explosion depths create the color coding. And then you can also see we have like kind of like a gear shape going on around there too. So yeah, these qualified for the challenge, and I thought it would be a good way to start off the video. But everything from here on out is very, very different in terms of subject matter. And I will say that I'm not really ordering these in any particular order. So I want you guys to keep track of which one is your favorite, and then I want you to comment down below when you see it. All right, up next we have RR8 Improved by Burpro, and this one takes a relatively unique approach as well. So one of the methods I've been doing is I've been trying to weld it in the same direction that it spawns on the lift, and for some reason it's not letting me weld this one. And the reason I'm doing that is because I figured if you guys built it and put it on the lift and saved it on the lift in this direction, then it's probably going to be the more reliable direction. So we can go ahead and walk on up here and hop on up here, and we have to disconnect this bomb. So this is the only one that actually shoots a bomb at the canvas to then create the art. So we go ahead and just press this button, and we get a smiley face. So I thought that was a clever, it was a unique way of actually starting the artistic process. Most of them just shoot the actual bomb themselves with the spud gun, and then it goes through the explosion process. But this one actually used a bomb as a launching mechanism. So that was kind of unique. So good job on that. All right, up next we have bomb art by Krampuscuttler. It was kind of interesting. I've been through so many of these that I actually forget what the art is. I remember what they look like on the outside. I remember seeing them, but I completely forget what they reveal. So this is going to be like watching it all over again to me. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, this is actually one of my favorites. This one is clearly, it's a duck. But not only is it a duck with like a sky and a water, so it's a duck like on the water, but if you look inside, there are ducks everywhere inside. Like, how many ducks did you put inside this thing? So I thought that this was actually a really unique kind of build. It's also really funny too. So yeah, good job on this one. I definitely said that this is really up there with some of my top favorites. All right, so here's another bomb art one by Boy Team. Apparently he has a YouTube channel, Boy Team 95 Studios, if you guys want to go check him out. Now, this one is really unique and really different from a lot of the other ones that I've spawned in here. And it actually took me a little bit to figure it out because I don't think it was spawned or saved in its complete state. So what I actually got to do is put a black background here for this to work. So what this is, it's a bomb art translator. So whatever I carve out here will be translated onto this bigger canvas over here. So let's say I make like, can we make a question mark, do you think? I don't know, that's close enough for a question mark, right? So now if I go into the seat, I press the button, and then I press the second button, and now we have our question mark translated onto this canvas. So I thought that was a pretty unique idea. It's one of the few of its kind. There was another one, I think, that tried to do something similar to this, but I could not figure out how to use it. The description was really unclear, unfortunately. So if you're gonna make something that is kind of complex to use, make sure you write a really detailed description that I can understand. All right, up next we have ScrapMan bomb art by Nick Rohde. So let's spawn this one in, weld it to the ground, and watch it go. All right, so we just got a singular bomb to shoot here, so let's go ahead and shoot it. And it's an eggplant. Thanks for the eggplant. I'm not a particularly big fan of eggplant myself, but that's art. I guess that's art for the context of this episode, so good job on that. Okay, up next we have Bomb Art Challenge by Matthew. He says it's really bad, doesn't work all the time. He's sorry. He's really selling me on this one here. Really selling it up a lot. I have high expectations for this. All right, so yeah, one of the big challenges with this is the bombs are pretty inconsistent, especially once you start using more and more and more of them and it lags the game a little bit. The game is much more inconsistent. So all you have to do is just press this button and we will see the bomb art. And it's an actual Scrap Mechanic logo. So I thought this was pretty cool. So all he has is just a couple of different colors. Like he has a big slate of orange behind there. He's got the black and he's got the white, and you can see that the bombs have just carved all the letters in, and even the orange like connecting tool logo thing. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, up next we have a massive one by Boobalastic here called Bomb Art Challenge. Press the red button and shoot it to create a picture. But first, let's find out where the bottom is. Here's the bottom. All right, so here it is. Are you guys ready to press the red button? And go. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, so I am not entirely sure what it is, but it looks almost like a cathedral or something to me. You can definitely see the distinction between like there's a sky and then the land, and it just looks like a giant building with like pillars and stuff in front of it. So I'm not completely positive. This might be something that I'm just like a reference to something that I don't know. But to me, it just looks like a cathedral in a mountain range, and that's artistic enough for my standards. So if it's actually a specific reference to something, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going with cathedral. All right, up next we have something called Monitor Bomb Art by Marco, and this is one of the more complex ones. It has a multi-stage art explosion, if that means anything to you. All right, so we're just gonna press the button here, and watch it go. All right, so first we have a loading screen. It's a ScrapMan Windows. We got a Windows loading screen here. So it's loaded. Something's happening back there, you can see. Then the loading screen gets exploded out of the monitor, and then we get our desktop, which is also kind of interesting. So you can see now we have like a sun and a sky and the ocean and the sand and stuff, and it's got like a 3D kind of layering type thing going on, which I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's how it's working. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it was one of the few ones that had like 2 different stages or more, that I noticed at least. So I thought that was pretty cool and deserved to be shown in the video. Okay, up next we have Art by Golden Dawn. This is called My Explosive Art, and apparently it's in memory of Khan's honor. So I'm not gonna spoil what this is after it gets revealed. I want to see if you guys get the reference. Only true fans of the channel, I think, will understand the reference of this. So I'm gonna give you a hint. This is a Multiplayer Monday reference. Something happened on Multiplayer Monday, and this is kind of a reference to that. So if you understand what the reference is once it gets revealed, I want you to leave the comment down below. If you don't understand what the reference is, find someone who does and go check out that video because it's kind of hilarious. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and press the button. We have to wait for the timers, and then... So do you know what this is? If you know what this is, leave a comment down below. And if you don't know what this is, ask somebody in the comments down below. I'm sure you'll find some comments. But this is a reference to a really fun Multiplayer Monday video that maybe I'll leave a link in the description to the actual video itself without revealing what the secret is. Yeah, I could probably do that. All right, but good job bringing up previous channel events. I like that a lot. It lets me know that some people are actually paying attention to what's happening on the channel. All right, up next, we have Scrap Bomb Art Contest by Annalane55. And this one is a Halloween-themed one, or an October-themed one. So oh, there's the button right there. So we're gonna hit this button, and then we're gonna see some October-themed creation. Some artistic creation. And there it goes. Oh, it's beautiful. So many explosions. And we have a pumpkin. So this one I thought was really great. You can see all the different layers in here. And, oh, you can see that there is supposed to be a green stem, but a lot more of it got destroyed than was probably intended. But I think it looks pretty good. It looks like a pumpkin to me. I knew immediately what it was. And happy October to everyone with the pumpkin-themed art here. Okay, so that brings us to honorable mentions. These were all the ones that I thought did the challenge in the way that I was intending to do the challenge, but there were a few that kind of skirted around what I intended, but deserve a mention for creativity at least. And first is this one by 100100010. And this is the Mona Lisa made out of bombs. Now, when I said bomb art, what I intended was that the bombs were your tool to create art from your canvas. Not the bombs are the canvas. That's not quite what I meant here. So let's weld this thing upright. And then, of course, we're going to shoot it. You can't not shoot an explosive Mona Lisa. Yeah, so of course, I had to give it massive credit for actually making the Mona Lisa out of bomb art. And it looks awesome. So let's go ahead and, I guess we'll shoot it from the bottom, top. Yeah, I don't know where should we shoot it from. Middle. I don't know where I want to shoot it from. It's gonna be amazing either way. You know what? Let's go from the face. Let's shoot Mona Lisa right in the face and watch the Mona Lisa explode. All right, here it goes. Oh, that's interesting. This Mona Lisa will self-destruct in 5 seconds. So we have a self-destructing Mona Lisa. So definitely not what I intended with the challenge, but creative and awesome nonetheless. So honorable mention is what you get. And let's go on to the next honorable mention. Okay, so this one gets an honorable mention. This is by StoreOurVid. And the reason why this gets an honorable mention is because, actually, it's really on the fence. Because what I said in my original video was I don't want the bombs to just reveal pre-made art. Like if you just have a layer in front that gets destroyed and then you just have pixel art behind that, then the bombs didn't really make the pixel art. They just uncovered the pixel art. So it's not really bomb art. It's just a bomb kit reveal, I guess. But this one takes it to another level. So I thought I would give it an honorable mention because it's still very, very creative. But the bombs are working more as a revealer than a creator. So that's why it's going in the honorable mention category. So here we have just a person. I was like, what's going to happen when I explode the person? I don't understand. But check this out. Now you can see the person's insides. So it's like an anatomical recreation of the inside of a body after exploding the outside of a body. Which I guess isn't too far from the truth if you were to put a bunch of explosive canisters on your body. Except I think everything's a little bit more intact here than it would be in real life. So yeah, definitely deserves an honorable mention for that level of creativity. All right, and we have one more that I don't even know why, to be honest. I don't know why I'm even gonna end the episode off with this one. Well, the reason I'm ending the episode off with this one is because it's a game breaker. It's a game breaker, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have trouble surviving this. So if we're gonna go out in a bang, it's gonna be a bang that breaks the game. All right, so I've only tried this once, and my game crashed. So I don't even know if I'm capable of getting to the finish of this piece of art, but there's 2 stages at least, as far as I know. So this is made by Icefire, and you know what? He says to give it its own world, so there's not that much debris here, but just in case, let's give it its own world. All right, we're in a brand new world and no debris anywhere to be seen, so if there's any chance this is gonna work, it is now. So let's go ahead and press the button. Oh boy. All right, so this is where I get confused. The instructions, as far as I know, don't say anything. Press one of the buttons and let the art commence. So it doesn't say what I'm supposed to do with this. And there's a bunch of spud guns pointed at this thing, but nothing's happening. So I decided to just, clearly that's supposed to explode. So I guess I'll just shoot it myself. I'm not too sure what to do here, but I'm just gonna shoot it. Here we go. Oh, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. When my game lags like this, sometimes the recorder doesn't show you what I'm seeing. You might be seeing my desktop for all I know. I'm just seeing a frame of an explosion right now. I guess I'll describe to you guys, and then we can compare compare afterwards to see if we're seeing the same thing. Still a single frame of an explosion. It has yet to move from the single frame of the explosion. I'm not too sure what the point of this was, if not just to crash my game. I can't move at all. The explosion is frozen in time. Maybe it's a time freezer. Is that art? I don't know if that qualifies as art. Well, anyway, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap up and do the outro. I don't know if things are going to change from here, but if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because this is the channel where we play creative games like this and just have fun with it. If you have any idea for future challenges, let me know down in the comments. We've done the bomb wheels challenge. We've done the bomb catching challenge. We've done the bomb art challenge. Maybe we could do a challenge that doesn't involve bombs. I don't know, but let me know down in the comments, and maybe I'll challenge you guys to a challenge. But, uh-oh. I don't like that symbol. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the program and end the recording now and edit it and upload it so you guys can watch it like you're probably doing right now. So leave a like if you liked the video and let me know what your favorite bomb art was. Thanks to all the people who submitted. Can't wait for the next challenge. I don't know what it is yet, so help me out in the comments. Bye.